casting will be a thrill. Grandpa and chill, grandson and friends. Grandpa and chill in full effect. We talk about it all, yeah, put it all on the set with that pet craze too. We chillin' with Rosie, come through, stay tuned, yeah, listen closely. Cause this the millennials and the silent generation coming together, discussion in rotation. This is Grandpa and Chill.
Women, so
20,000.
that's what he wrote.
Wow.
Why would you even just tell a nasty lie like that? Like, that's not even a.
I don't know how you could sleep with 20,000.
You don't have the time. You don't have the. It's just gross.
I don't think you would do any
How many
sleeping
days
at
are
all.
you alive even?
Probably more than 20,000.
Just like, how much time in the day do you have? Like,
Well, okay. The average lifespan is 27,000. So you would have had to start at day 7,000
Days?
once a
27.
day.
Wait.
once a day from
27,000 days is an average life?
life.
Yeah.
God.
Maybe he just did
So
groups.
right now, Nick Cannon has 8 children, but he said last month that he's pretty sure there's more on the way. And he's only 41.
Who? 8?
Nick Cannon.
Who has 8? Who has 8? Nick Cannon? Okay.
Nick Cannon has 8.
That's almost a baseball.
It's almost a baseball team. Elon's definitely got Elon's gonna have enough for a whole volleyball team as soon as them babies grow up, them twins, and X.
Grandpa, what do you think a good number of children to have
Of
is?
children, I guess
Yeah.
whatever you can take care of. Whatever number. I think in past years, way back several generations, people did have more children than they're having today.
What if I
But
had
the
no
world's
children?
getting overpopulated, so people have cut back.
What if I had no
and also,
children?
they don't want the responsibility. They want more time for themselves.
That's embarrassing.
Good evening, Phines.
I feel like you don't need kids to like, hello, how are
Fine.
you?
Do you have any children?
How you doing?
No.
No.
You asking
I
me?
mean, my dog. But you're doing like,
not that I know of.
do you have any children, Brandon?
Not that I know of.
I have no children. Yeah, no. Maybe if I was trying to like, maybe if I needed them to like survive, maybe I would have a couple, but it's kind of expensive to be cute.
Maybe they just want you for your gene pool, and then they don't want anything to do with you, and they don't tell you. Maybe the woman might not tell you.
And if that was the case too, I still would be like, so then why did I make like? I mean, I guess because I love them, I suppose. Hold on.
They
That's
just would
them.
think you'd make nice children. That's all. But they had enough of you, or whatever. Not
Is
talking
that what
about
happened to you?
whatever
I feel like they'd be really mean. So what, Brandon, you said that's what happened to who?
Yeah, I was just asking
hear you,
if
okay?
that's what happened to Grandpa. Seems so specific. Did you meet a nice person who just wanted your child and wanted to leave
Just
you
wanted your
immediately?
genes.
Yeah,
Just
well,
wanted
I
your
don't
Levi's.
think that happens a lot. I don't think anybody's like, I want your genes. Goodbye.
We don't talk to those people. We don't. I would hope we don't know any people like that. Those are
Yeah, I
perverts.
could straight up go to a room in a hospital and find like 1,000.
What would you
eggs
do
or
if you were talking
sperm.
to your? What would you do if you had a friend that was pregnant, or like your friend is like about to be a dad or a mom, and you're just talking to them, and you're like excited for them, and they just go, "Oh my god, I know, right?" Because they have such good genes. I knew this would work out. What would you do? What would you do?
I knew a dude.
I mean,
Yeah, you go find it.
I don't know. Let's see. If someone said that to me, do I know them? Have I
If you
seen them
heard
already?
that come out of your friend's mouth, that they're excited about their baby because their partner has good genes. I needed those genes. I needed this to work.
How would I feel? It's all contextual Depends on how funny they were. If they were not funny and they were just saying it serious with their face
whole
like
chest.
dead ass, I'd be like, whoa, this is intense. If they were funny, I'd be like, I would have to know. I'd be like, I don't know. I've seen your partner.
Like you're lying.
How good are those jeans? Those jeans are okay.
They're not all that.
You guys aren't flying yet. Yeah, I don't know. What do you about to say, Brandon?
I knew a dude, Joe Mahoney. Not to get too specific, but he was a open micer in the comedy scene in New York, and just like, he's a good dude, but like, Jesus, like I wouldn't want his baby. And he donated sperm like as a full living. He was doing that in Uber Eats, but he donated lots and lots and lots of sperm, and like check the box that said check the box that said that they can reach out to him when they're 18 or older. And I think it's like, I think there's a cap, but it has to be many. Like it's more than 5. Like I think I don't know. He was always doing this. I feel like over a dozen times he's like, oh, I gotta like, get a cup and go to the hospital. But
something about sperm donor and Uber Eats.
Yeah, he's not the dude that I would want. He's like the worst dude. The worst. Like not even a terrible guy, but not a good guy.
Oh
not.
God.
Yeah, they're not getting these.
They're not bringing their best.
Supermodel, whatever. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I hope people can like see a picture and like a description.
Do you want me to add? Is this a real person?
Joe Mo. He would love the shot. He loved, but open mic comedian. open mic comedian who tells dick jokes. Like lots and lots of his sperm is impregnating a lot of people.
So in the future, many of his kin can be listening to this right now and going like,
at least 5.
What? Why? No.
It could be. I mean, it could be future. It could be like great. He could have kids of kids.
The
first thing I saw was his Twitter, and his pinned tweet says, "When you donate sperm,
are you serious?
If you have any?" Yes.
They ask what? I didn't hear that.
When his pinned tweet, like the tweet that you see every time you go to his Twitter, that's the first thing you see. Says, when you donate sperm, they ask if you have any sociopathic tendencies. I was like, other than creating people for money, no.
It's not a bad joke.
That's hilarious.
Not a bad joke.
It's a good joke. It's a good joke.
Shit was
a lot of your kids are going to be happy about that.
Yeah, with a doctor who got sued big time because he substituted his sperm for like hundreds of women that thought they were getting sperm from other.
I need to watch that
donors.
documentary, or is it a movie or a documentary?
It was an article. I don't know how many years ago, but
no, it's a show now. I think it's on HBO.
Would he have sex with them while they were sleeping, or was it like?
No, he just replaced all of the sperm. It was like an IVF center. And he replaced all of the sperm with his. And so, like, people, all these people pay, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars to, like, have these babies. And then, like, they grow up or they get...
Joe Mahoney and this doctor is who you're getting.
Doctor who replaced...
This is a true story. I mean, this happened, I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yes.
He was not only the person did that, he was also their pediatrician.
Yeah, it's a Netflix show it's a Netflix documentary called Our Father. His name is Donald Klein. He's an Indianapolis fertility doctor.
Oh no, I'm from there.
Who used his own sperm to impregnate his patients without their knowledge. Ooh. Damn.
Why? I mean, obviously he's fucking crazy.
He's a pervert.
What was his motive? He got off on it.
Okay, so apparently he said that. Okay, so he pled guilty to 2 counts of obstruction of justice. Okay, and then he admitted to it, and he told an investigator that he didn't even believe he was fathering the children. He was just helping the families. Okay. He's helping. You're welcome.
Wow, just helping the families by doing
helping
what?
them
By doing what?
conceive. He's like, I know my stuff works. This is why would I waste time trying to figure out somebody else's stuff? I know this one works. Duh. You're welcome.
Got
I
you.
saved you like $30K.
The science is
I
real.
saved you
here,
$30K.
Like he was high on his own supply kind of thing.
He did this at least 50 times.
Wow.
50.
So is Joe Mahoney.
Stop. Oh my God. No, that's terrible. I don't know if he's still in jail. But you can watch it on Netflix.
So this is weird. That's a weird.
And that's
crime.
a show now.
If they made a documentary about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Documentary.
That's nuts. I can't believe that happened in Indianapolis.
Wild.
What if he's your father?
Yeah, you know what? That's what I was thinking about this whole time.
Not
I was like,
mine.
oh, what if that's my dad? No.
He's not finances either.
I mean, I guess there has to be a really, 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 really small chance, seeing as my dad lived with me and we have the same name.
Wait,
but
is this random sperm donors that he replaced, or is this like fathers and mothers and like he took the father's sperm and threw it out and put his own sperm in?
wait, by doing what? Well, how can he do that?
Well, no, that's how IVF works. They don't. It's not a sexual thing. Like they take the sperm and
No,
they, like,
this
do
is
a
not
procedure.
this is not a sexual act. But he's impregnating the
Yeah, it's not
he's
sexual.
using his sperm.
Yeah. But was it
Yeah.
like random sperm donors that he was replacing, or was it like fathers with?
No, he was at a
children?
fertility clinic. So these were couples or women or womb bearers that were coming in begging for help, giving him tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars because IVF is expensive as fuck. All those fertility treatments are. And then he said, okay, well, this, sperm cup, I'm going to like probably charge your husband like $2,000 just to process. I'm not even going to use that bitch.
Wow, so the fathers were masturbating into cups, handing it to him, and then he was just replacing that sperm with his own. So when the babies were born, like if Phines' partner and him or my partner and me like went to this clinic and then our baby was born, it would look like the doctor.
Yeah. This lady, I guess, was an only child, and then she I think she did some kind of like I don't know if she did like an ancestry thing or what, but she tried to track her lineage or whatever down, and so she found out she had like 8 biological siblings, and she was like, excuse me? And then they all found out that they had bunch of 8 biological siblings, and then they were like, well, hold the phone, what's going on here? And he said, were you in Indiana 20 years ago?
Wow.
Wait, yeah, what years are this?
1974 to 1987.
When's your birthday,
Okay.
Phines?
Just July 8th.
No, but that's terrible. That's
Hey,
terrible.
Phines' birthday's in 2 days.
Hey!
And it's the big one, right?
Cancer season.
We love it.
They're all.
That reminds me, I need to email my
This
doctor
is a big one.
again.
It's your 30th birthday.
So exciting. What are you going to do?
Probably go to the park, drink a tall boy, and hang out with my dog.
We love it.
My partner. I don't have anything planned. Just hang out. I got work that day.
Are you working?
I'm working. That's it. Work, get off. It'd be nice to beat some people that are younger than me in some type of sport. So maybe like water polo. What do old people play? What
Croquet?
What sport is good for us to play? That's good for our knees. Croquet. There it is.
Yeah, bocce ball.
Is that a food?
Is everyone
I
okay?
literally
Bocce
said the
ball,
same
yes.
thing last night. I was watching the movie Heathers, and they were playing croquet, and I literally was like, "That's a food," but
Yeah.
that's a
food.
croquette or something.
No, it's the
apparently.
same. I think it's just spelled different.
Oh, no.
Or we've been saying it
Well-
wrong, us poors.
Then I'm right. I know, dude. I know. Guess who corrected me? But anyway.
Fun. Did you guys hear about this Scott Adams blowout today?
No.
He's the guy who makes the Dilbert cartoons. You remember Dilbert?
Wow. What did he do?
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
find
do know
Dilbert
Dilbert.
for you.
It's the guy who looks kind of like he used to be the voice of Drew Carey. Drew Carey used to voice him, not Drew Carey. The dude from The Price is Right.
It's coming.
Yeah, that's Drew Carey, right?
Dilbert.
Ah, I was right there.
Dilbert. It's not loading. Why isn't it loading? Ah, now we got it. Yeah, you know Dilbert. We love Dilbert.
Looks like the guy.
I used to watch that cartoon.
I used to read them all the time. I used to be obsessed. I couldn't relate.
They used to have a TV
I was
show.
a child, so I couldn't relate as I was reading the
me
comics.
neither.
But I was like, if I was more mature, I could. I was like, so I just kept reading it, feeling highbrow.
This is relatable to someone.
I love Grandpa
I agree.
when he walks away.
It just doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say
Like, what?
anything. He just
It's okay, you know what?
He said
I've
it
been looking
sounds
at
like
this food over here the whole time, and I'm like, I want this food.
I
And he just
never
walked away,
even
and I wish I had the strength to do that.
I never even see him put his headphones down. I just
no,
see
you
him
just
in
see
the
him
act
just
of turning
slow.
around.
I don't
and
see him till he's halfway out. I'm
the last year. It's been at least twice an episode. And there's just a faint whisper to Linda of like, I fucking hate this
you know
shit.
what? Relatable though. He was like,
Podcast is
he
terrible.
said, it sounds like you're about to ruin
I-
Dilbert for me. I'm gonna leave.
I made an idea list, by the way,
Oh yeah.
for the segments and stuff that I would love to fill out with you guys.
Good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when we're done on the Dilbert thing.
Okay. Well, he he's apparently lost his mind.
It's not good.
Where are they? Where are the tweets? I'm pretty sure they're still up. Actually, that's what's weird. Everyone is screenshotting, but where are the originals? Okay, so this man. Okay, he said the Highland shooting and every fentanyl overdose death among the young are teaching us the same lesson, and we refuse to learn it. Difficult, but I'm qualified to give you this lesson, unfortunately. So he's saying that because his stepson committed suicide when he was a teenager. I think he overdosed. No, he overdosed. Whatever. And so he said, I'm qualified for this. When a young male is a danger to himself and others, society gives the supporting family two options. Watch people die, kill your own son. Those are your only options. I chose number one, and I watched my stepson die. I was relieved he took no one else with him. If you think there is a third choice, in which your wisdom and tough love, along with government services, can fix that broken young man, you're delusional. There are no other options.
Oh, wow.
You either murder your son, or you watch him die, and maybe kill some other people. Oh, he needed his root beer. If one more person hallucinates to me about some program where teens are kidnapped, and fixed and returned to their happy parents, I might explode. No such thing exists. You have only two options. Only two. No help is coming. Only death and suffering. You're probably twisting in your seat and you want to tell me all your good ideas. There are none. You haven't been there. My parents have looked for such help. I have lots of resources. Done help. If I were to invent a solution to the dangerous young man problem, I think it would involve putting them all in one place so they could hurt each other. Not necessarily jail, just jail adjacent.
Wow.
Once they're separated from society, maybe then they can get help. It isn't legal to take a young man's autonomy just because he seems dangerous, but that has to be considered at this point. Otherwise, parents have, again, only two options, and you get more of what we have now. What in the world? I didn't grasp the complete nonsense of that when I first saw it.
Sounds like a person going through grief.
I didn't see that. Two options. Two options. No, okay, the son did kill himself. Okay. What? I don't.
The son did kill himself or did not?
I think he did kill himself. Here he is in.
And what are the two options again?
Kill your son or watch him die. And maybe he'll kill
Grandpa.
some other people with him.
Grandpa, if you had a child,
A son.
A son. Okay, if you had a son, well, he's never had a son. Okay, imagine you've had a son.
Okay.
Imagine you've had a son, and your son.
Does it count if you're a step?
Apparently.
Oh yeah, do you have a stepson?
Like if you get into
Grandpa?
In a sense, I do. Yes. I mean, my
It's
second wife's son
sorry.
considered him like a stepson at one time. Yes.
So hypothetically, this person, if you suspected that they were going to kill a lot of people, would you kill them?
No, I wouldn't kill them, but I'd certainly turn them into the authorities.
That's not an option. That doesn't work.
You only have two options.
You only have
Oh,
two
okay,
options.
Two
two
options.
options. Okay, would I kill him? No, that would make me no different than he was, I would think.
What if they weren't violent? What if they were just drug addicted? Would you kill them or would you let them kill?
If they were just drug addicted?
Yes. Would
What
you
does
kill
that have
that?
to do with them killing people?
Well, you only have two options. So you could you have to kill him or let him kill someone else.
I can't give you an answer to that because
Scott says there's only two options, Grandpa Bart. He said it
It's
about
like- it's
7
like that-
times.
The
You're
train
putting me on the
metaphor
spot.
or analogy. I don't know what the difference between a metaphor and an analogy is, but there's that story where you can pull a lever and there's two train tracks, right? And on the first train track is one person, and on the second track is three people. And if you pull the lever, the train is going to move from where it's already going to hit three people, and it'll only kill one person, but you'll be responsible for that one person's death, you know? Would you pull the lever? Did I explain that okay? I'm bad at explaining smart things. But
It made more sense than this.
would you pull the lever, Grandpa?
I don't know. I'd have to be in that actual situation to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's okay? Who's on what side again?
On one side is your son. On the other side are all the
Okay.
people your son wants to murder. And
All right,
just
all
know that if you choose to save your son, he may be so angry that he frees himself from the train tracks and kills himself anyway. So then the option is everyone or one. That's what Scott's telling us.
Okay.
There's only two options.
Are the people that are over there assholes? Is my son an asshole? You know what? Okay. Yeah. All right. I made a decision in my head.
What a lifetime.
Only two options, yeah. That's a tough one. I mean, I just feel like since I'm a father anyway, I know they're not all the same, but I could make another son, most likely, if I'm still healthy. I'm still doing okay. I can't make another couple people. Not saying that everyone's original, though. Everyone's different. You know what? That's a tough question. You can't do that. Why would he do that? He's going through grief.
Grandpa.
Maybe.
Yes.
Sophie.
Yes.
Sophie's choice. Sophie's choice. Your three grandchildren.
You're not going to get an answer from me.
That means that you have an answer. You're just not gonna say it.
No, I don't.
You didn't even say like, "Oh, I would never. I could never." You just said, "I'm not gonna tell you."
Well, I don't know what you meant by Sophie's choice. First of all,
You have to give one of them away to the Nazis.
Is that what that is? What am I thinking
Oh,
of?
did I ruin it?
I'm never gonna watch that.
I think
I'm thinking
pretty
of My
sure that's what
Sister's
happens in the
Keeper.
movie.
That's what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
All right, Grandpa. My Sister's Keeper. Your three grandchildren. I don't know what happens. In
What's that
one,
about?
That's the one where
Yeah,
that's the
what's
one where
that
there's
movie
two
about?
sisters and one has cancer, and so the other one has to keep like giving stuff up, like literally like liver and bone marrow and shit to like save the sister because she's like the favorite.
I feel like this question is not fair because Grandpa's the only person with children. Maybe if we all had children, it'd be easier. But this is what he actually has.
Remind
you know,
me,
we
25
can just say,
years,
yeah,
we're gonna come
we get our-
back and we're gonna say, hey, which one of these guys has to go? Which one of my
Yeah.
kids?
I look forward to you giving an answer.
See, like I've had 25 years to think about this.
I'm ready.
Thought about this long and hard.
So Brandon, what are your ideas? What do you got?
Oh, I can share my screen, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. This is gonna be funny.
I'd have to flip a coin.
Share. You would flip a coin to decide
said
which
that-
of
you
the
said there's
3
no
grandchildren
option
you're
other
gonna
than
kill.
You said there's no option other than the 2. So you didn't give me any.
Oh yeah, between the yeah. Here, can you see my idea list at least?
Yes.
Here's my idea list.
Ooh, this is nice.
So, like, Grandpa, you said that you wanted to do kvetch, right? That if you could do anything, you'd do kvetch, right? You eating chips? What does that sound? Can you see the screen when I type?
Yeah.
All right. Now,
I
Sierra,
can't
what?
see. Wait, let me
Oh.
go ahead. Okay. I can't see. Go ahead.
What would be a segment that you would want to do, Sierra?
Old ideas, I'd love to see Cooking with Brandon make a comeback. New ideas, I could find a random like semi-curated crazy Reddit story and ask you guys for your feedback.
Oh yeah, you guys,
Okay.
Sierra and Grandpa really like the news, right?
We do.
News.
They do. Okay.
That would be fun. The news with Sierra and Grandpa. All right, what about you, Phines?
What do I like? I mean, I've been, this death and destruction has been pretty nice. I don't know. No.
Oh, the death. Oh, like who would you kill?
Oh no, I was joking.
Wait,
but we
a
could.
good idea. Marry, fuck, kill with the 4 of us, and you have to pick a random person in pop culture or on the news.
I like comedy and philosophical things, whimsical philosophical things. Nothing too super hard.
Philosophical thing. So like maybe like funny philosophy. That's alliterative. Like a funny philosophy segment where you take I could do that with you or Grandpa or Sierra. You take something deep and make it funny, right?
Yep.
What if for the next year our show is just coming up with ideas of things to do on the show?
We just give other people podcast plans.
I mean, I think it's like interactive, and then people will be like, "Yeah, I thought of that idea," and it never comes through. So it's just like real life.
Wow, you
for them.
totally
Yeah.
hijacked Cooking with Brandon.
Remember that one?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That should be under mine. That was my idea.
Oh, you want to host it?
That was my
It's not-
idea.
He did. Oh wow.
I'm not accredited.
I
You
love
would
that
have
idea.
set
I can't even see the
yourself on
screen.
fire
Oh
if
yeah.
I wasn't
My name
there.
is on the. All right, fine. Grandpa, you haven't said anything yet.
Well, getting back to choices for programming, I think I would probably enjoy music as much as the fetch.
What? Elaborate on that. You playing music? Someone else playing music?
Well, just maybe
you know.
suggesting music that you enjoy and maybe playing a little excerpt of it.
I like that.
Some different choices of of music or genre, whatever you enjoy, and
Like
then maybe a little
jazz.
excerpt of it.
I love that.
So we would need to get like a guest to play something, right?
Well,
No, we
yeah,
can just
you
just
could
share.
have like
We
a
just be
little,
like, hey,
I don't know,
Grandpa
CD
Bart,
player,
have you
whatever
checked
you
out
would use.
Montero? Stream Montero. Stream Adele 30.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. Discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have one.
Okay.
The generational divide. So like talking
can't hear you.
like taking a random topic and
I'll
talking
be
about
back.
it from the two generational perspectives.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Anybody have anything that came to mind?
I like this.
It's pretty
It's a good
good.
list.
I mean, this is a show right here.
This is a show. Cycle through them.
Me cook once an episode.
We could do like three of these a week.
Yeah. Okay. Then, if you guys could have 1 to 10 famous guests on the show, who would they be? On the list, it says Grandpa. Grandpa, which famous living guests would you want to have on our show?
They have to be living at this time?
Right now.
Well, yeah, because otherwise they'd be dead and we can't get them on the show.
Maybe Obama.
Obese.
Obama, oh, that'll be an easy get. All right, 6 more, Grandpa.
Oh, I have to pick 6 of them?
I'm leaving.
6 people, too.
Wait, I can't see you guys, so did he get up and go?
No.
Okay.
I can't think of 6 people right now. You go ahead and I'll give it some thought.
All right, Sierra.
Lil Nas X.
Okay.
AOC.
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez.
Who did we have from? Was it Sacramento?
Famous?
No, but who is the politician from? Who was our politician friend? I do want him to come back.
The local. Yeah, okay. I have a section for that too.
Why don't I remember his name? What's wrong with my brain cells?
He'll never watch this.
I know. Terrible. Who's your dream guest?
Oh yeah,
guest.
Who's like your top 5 famous living guests? Like if we were the most famous podcast in the world, who would you want
on? The people from No Dunks podcast, the guy from Hidden Brain, Duncan Trussell from his podcast.
Hidden Brain?
Hidden Brain? Yes, Hidden Brains are my favorite podcast. I'm a big fan. Let me see if I can.
Okay. What about any non-podcasters?
Oh, you want me to be? You're trying to show that I'm not a nerd, podcast nerd. People that aren't podcasters. Draymond Green, CJ McCollum.
Draymond Green?
I don't know. Draymond Green has a podcast. He's an NBA player. Oh, it's just joking. It's a deep dive. Random people, like people that don't have a voice, that can have a voice to talk. Pretty cool. People that have lisp. People that's hard to hear.
Well.
That guy from Blue's Clues. That guy is fun.
Does he have a lisp?
No, but famous dream guests.
Okay.
Wait. The was stripes or
Steve.
squares?
Steve.
The OG.
Steve.
Okay, yeah, Steve.
Steve. Who else is fun?
Real life people that we can maybe get.
Bryan Cranston.
Are just people that be
Ooh.
fun to have.
Yeah, like like Will Smith. Will Smith would, like
Will Smith
as
be
wild
okay.
as he's not one of my favorite guests, but I'm saying like, that would be probably the craziest person to get on.
We don't know
hour
yet.
and a half.
You don't know that yet.
We don't know.
He could
We
be.
don't know that yet.
Maybe.
I don't think he wants to talk to us at this time.
None of us are gonna make jokes about his wife. So, right? Sierra.
No promises.
Oh.
Who?
Oh no.
We're just gonna see out of nowhere just some ghost just. No. Who was I thinking of? Bill Hader. Bill Hader is my dream guest.
Oh, shit. Local artists. I'm sure it'd be fun. Maybe.
From where?
From local places. From Philly, Chicago,
Right.
Atlanta, or New York.
Will.i.am.
Oh, is he from all those places? I think he's definitely from one of those places,
Well,
right?
what about Pitbull? He's Mr. Worldwide. That counts, doesn't it?
Flow Rider.
Flow Rider. Nicolas Cage, the Ghost Rider.
Oh, ooh, look at this rhyming.
Ruby Rider from Steven Universe.
Ghost Ride the Whip.
I love
E40.
how we have like people with lisps, random people, Bill Hader, Ruby Rider, and then Grandpa just put Obama.
If you are one of the
Where
people
he put
featured
that?
on this list, you may be entitled to a free spot on a podcast.
Yeah,
George Carlin.
Yeah,
George Carlin.
even charge
Call
him.
this number.
George Carlin.
I do love George Carlin. I'm surprised
So?
you know who George Carlin is.
Yeah.
What? How would you be surprised of that? Didn't you say something else that was rude to Grandpa earlier? Like, who's Elon Musk?
It'd be more surprising if I didn't. I'd be more surprised that I know who George Carlin is.
Grandpa doesn't listen to stand up. I thought.
What? Girl, just take it. I can't believe this.
What?
What in the... Hold on.
Boo boo doo doo boo doo doo doo. Boo boo doo boo doo 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 boo.
Just do something without me.
Uh-oh. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah. I
right,
hope you're
y'all.
okay, Sierra. All right, we can do funny
All right,
funny
Brandon.
philosophy. Grandpa and Phines' segment. Grandpa, you throw out a philosophical idea and then Phines makes it funny.
A philosophical idea. This is the illusion of reality.
Make that funny, Phines.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that funny at all. But it's real.
You said make it funny? The illusion of reality?
The illusion of reality.
You
The worldly
had a
reality.
whole you had a whole family that loves you.
That's no joke.
I don't know. It's an illusion, so we don't know that. It could be a joke.
But everything's an illusion.
It's true. It's true. Knock knock. Who's knock knock?
Who's there?
Nothing, bro. Some illusion. No, nothing. Nothing there. That's a bad one. Let me see. How can I make knock knock illusion joke? If it's all an illusion, then why do you like poop your pants when you pass away? Why do they put that on there?
Well, I didn't hear that. What was that? Why do you
like, defecate, or you lose all your, when you pass away, you like lose you lose control of your bowels. And I feel like if it was an illusion, why would they add that on
how do
there?
you know
I feel
that?
like that's just like cruel and unusual.
Because the illusion of death is that it's for the living, not for the dead person. The illusion is for the.
I don't
The
know.
illusion is that it's for people that are in worldly reality.
I mean, not like I guess I have seen people. I've seen a dead person before, and I guess I need to hang around longer to be like, he's joking.
Yeah, you said you worked in a hospital environment, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Death is. It seems fairly real. When I see something that's dead, it looks dead. Oh, funny. I saw some frogs jump into a pool of chlorine this weekend, and they were dead.
What did you see in the pool? A dead what? Oh, wait,
frogs. Lots of
dead
frogs that were like, there's like a pool of them that were just jumping into the pool, and they just died. I thought they were I thought they were just a bunch of dead frogs in the pool. And
I saw a bunch of dead roaches. That was kind of funny because I was like, and I saw some dead mice.
Let's let me see, something else philosophical maybe. I'll change the subject a little bit. Philosophical. Let's see, what else is philosophical? I guess I'm learning about what sentience. What do you think sentience is?
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. What? You're thinking about what?
What do you consider as sentient? Sentient, like something that you consider like that has like a mind and thoughts that you respect. When does something get to that level?
I'm having a hard time understanding it, Phines. My hearing's not great, but also
sentience, like sentience, like sentience, like a being that has. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, sentience. When something is sentient.
Sentience.
Explain it to me, Sierra.
Like a talking plant. Like if a tree could talk, you'd be like, "Wow, this tree is sentient. It has a mind and can convey it." Yeah.
A sentient being as opposed to a not sentient being.
I've not heard that word before. That's why I didn't know it.
Yeah.
But
when do you start counting something?
When do you start counting something?
Like a living being. Yeah, in your mind. When does it become like something you're like, all right?
When it has brain waves, I guess.
That thing is alive. All right.
As soon as you can peep them brain waves, it's over.
Because you can measure brain waves.
Is a roach sentient?
Yeah. No.
I think so.
I'm gonna look it up.
I think so.
Is a tree sentient?
Sentience is the capacity to have feelings and sensations. So yeah.
I mean, a Venus flytrap senses a fly, but it doesn't have a brain.
That's true.
I mean, plants grow towards the sun, so they know where the sun's at. So do they feel it?
Well, I would assume that everything living has a feeling, but I don't know that.
Well, Brandon, what do you think?
I don't know. This is a hard one for me because...
Do you think...
Yeah.
What about your earphones that you have in your ears right now? What are those? Are those sentient?
Well, that's the thing is like life is just like chemical reactions that got more complex, right? Like there was some little stuff and then it messed with some other little stuff and then they made bigger stuff. And then up to that made me pretty much. But at what point in that chain is it a sentient thing or a not sentient thing? Because it's just we're just all little things doing chemical reactions.
I don't know if this has any relevance, but they've found that a moth has more complicated DNA than a human.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I mean a moth can fly.
What can?
I can't fly.
That is true. We can't fly. That is true. That is true. We can do math though.
Yeah, like I saw this video that was going around on something that that was like a single-celled organism that was like swimming and then suddenly like stopped being a single, it just died, I guess, and it just was like three little things moving in a circle and then it just split apart and like the whole outer edge just became nothing and like the three little things inside just started floating away, you know?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
you get what I'm
Kind
saying?
of like a light
Yeah.
with a mind. Just a light with a mind.
A light with a mind.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Just
Wouldn't
one
the mind
that
be
you
the
know
light?
has a mind that can control. Just a light, like kind of like say like the moon or something, but a light that is near you and it basically can control your. You can feel that it can control you.
It can control you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who?
Through, I guess, through fear. I mean, it has that power, the light.
Wait. Now I'm very lost. Explain what you mean, Grandpa.
Well, like a like a flying saucer from another, like an object from outer space. It's just a light, and it's has a mind of its own.
Do you believe in aliens?
Well, I don't know if I believe or disbelieve, but I don't imagine that we're going to see them too soon. If Einstein's theory is correct, that we can only travel a maximum at the speed of light, and everything is so far away that it would take forever for us to get to them or them to get to us. So I don't know that we'll ever really observe them, but who knows, We don't know what the future brings.
So you think that they're probably out there. It's just that the laws of physics don't allow any living thing to travel fast enough to like get to each other.
It would just take such an enormous amount of time the way we judge time in this worldly reality. There wouldn't be time for them to get to us unless they just lived forever.
We wouldn't get, I don't think we would get anywhere. Somebody may come to us on accident,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't have the like the technology for it.
Like that light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would come to us.
No, not on purpose. That's what I'm saying.
They might just
It had to be like really
just,
awesome.
I guess, see us as enormous virus.
Go ahead,
or
sorry.
something.
They'd be like, "This is embarrassing. Lock the windows, lock the doors, keep driving."
Honestly, they would be. Yeah, now they would like, how did y'all make it? Like everyone else has like learned peace and love, and you guys are killing each other.
They
And how
what are
how
you
do we
doing?
end up
They just
here?
drive by. How is your ocean on fire? What are you? No, skip this.
Why is there
Keep going.
trash
Just keep going.
everywhere? There was trash everywhere. It's like our Walmart. I mean, like we're the universe's Walmart.
We are. We're the Applebee's of the galaxy.
Oh yeah, for sure. On a really busy night.
Plants are more sophisticated than animals.
In what way?
The animals came first.
How do you know that?
Like, because I read it on Wikipedia.
That animals came before plants?
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What did the animals
I don't-
live on?
Doesn't make sense.
Well, so one of them used like the chlorophyll or something, and then the other didn't. And the common ancestor that didn't, the animals were first.
So that sounds simultaneous. That doesn't
What?
sound like
What are you
one than the
talking
other.
about?
I kind of get what you're saying, but like,
Well,
isn't
I
it...
think the animal.
I get what you're saying,
animal
though,
one
Brent,
branched off before the plant one did from the common ancestor. I think.
That just means that the
they
animal.
use the sun
That just means that
before
the
they
plant
use...
was doing everything right. It's like, if I'm not broke, why would I fix me?
Yeah. The plant is more sophisticated.
Plant's like,
than
I
the
haven't done
animal.
anything. Why would I change?
No.
Plant said, I'm not moving out. My name is on the lease.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun stuff.
Do you think we have a choice as to what we evolve into? Or what we've evolved into?
Sort of.
Kinda. A little bit, yeah.
Well,
I think-
we do now because they're doing DNA manipulation, aren't they?
Probably.
So if you can affect the DNA, then I mean, we decide what dogs evolve into. We make new breeds.
You think computers are going to take over
I mean,
our
I think
lives
we could. I think
and really run society?
it'd be our choice if we decide that. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think
Seems
they're doing
like-
it already.
Where everybody's in a hypnotic trance with their cell phones. They're on their cell phones all the time.
That's true.
Grandpa, in the
I do-
80s,
It is mine.
in the 80s or the 70s, what percentage of the day do you think the average American was spending looking at a screen? Like any type of screen. Like a screen,
in the
you know.
70s, not too much, other than television, I guess.
5% watching TV,
Maybe.
10%.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what do you think the percentage is now?
Of watching all types of screens, their cell phone, their iPads, their TV, probably, I don't know, 50%.
Kindle. Yeah.
I think I spend at least 50% of my day
At least.
looking at my screen. No, maybe not 50%, but probably, yeah, it's probably getting up there. I'm looking at a screen right now, and then I turn down and look down, and I'm looking at another screen. You know what? You might be right.
The average American spends over 7 hours looking at a screen each day. Yeah, 7 hours and 4 minutes is the average.
Well, that's less than a third
Of your day.
in a 24-hour
wait.
day. Yeah.
It is less than a third.
I mean, if you're getting your 8
Yeah,
hours
it's
of
less than
sleep,
50% of your day.
then that's 16 hours. So it's
Okay.
just under
That's
half.
still.
Mhm.
No, it ain't. It's 24 hours in a day.
That's
It's only a
2/3.
third of your day.
Yeah, it's a 30-year day.
Yeah, but like almost half of your waking day because you're sleeping.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Sleeping counts as spending a part of your day.
Yeah.
Well, you know what that means. I
Time
quit
to
this
get off the
podcast.
screen, right? Well,
I'm wasting my life away making this podcast. I should be spending my 7 hours. I got to raise that ratio.
Sierra, do you think there's a difference in the intellect between men and women?
No. I think the way we treat it, I think the way that we treat men and women affects how we develop in a lot of ways. Like we will put more, like I was just reading about like management and like kind of about work culture and about how like women will, like men who speak up a lot at work are considered like very assertive and like aware of what's going on in the workplace and things like that, like all of these positive attributes, and how when women do the exact same thing, they're considered either bossy or commanding or even less knowledgeable, even if you're talking about something that you know about. Just the fact that you're talking makes you seem less knowledgeable.
Do you think that's changing? I mean, the media seems to be trying to make a change in that respect. The news media.
I think it is, and that's why we've gotten this kind of legal counterculture where we're supposed to like kind of revert back to being like laying hens or like brood mares. I think is a very averse reaction to the news that we do actually have like functioning brain stems.
You don't want to just speak when spoken to, right? I'm making a joke.
No. You never know.
Yeah. This says, after extensive testing, we can finally reveal that by a margin of 2%, women are intellectually superior. So.
Who said that?
This is practice aptitude tests. And then on Wikipedia, it's men and women have equal IQs. So.
I would believe in that. I would
Okay.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of it has to do with opportunity in life.
I was also reading about how like men, how women in more like leadership or management positions are considered more of an asset, and they're trying to bring more women into leadership roles, and how hard that is because of the culture, the work culture that doesn't want to necessarily support women in those roles. But it's really helpful in like pretty much every case to have more women at a higher level, because they bring in a whole different energy basically to the workforce, because women will like, they don't have that same energy, like the same work culture that you put into like a male dominated environment where things are authoritative and like it's like my way or the highway, and the more toxic work cultures are all associated with having men only in like the leadership roles, and just having women in those leadership roles seems to work to eliminate that somehow. Like I think part of it is just having like different people who aren't brought up in that work culture and have no expectation to like maintain that more toxic, less diverse work culture. And part of it is just the way that women do things typically is a different management style than a lot of men who manage.
It's been shown that women are better investors than men.
Yeah.
I guess they have more patience.
And it's like, is that inherent, or is it just that women are inherently more responsible with money, or is it that it's more acceptable for men to take more risks with money, and so that's like more of like a cost of doing business sort of having men do that?
Yeah, you're on
Very
the
interesting.
lower
Good
part
thought
of
question.
the
Good thought question.
investor
Yeah, it
spectrum
is.
that I've met, Grandpa.
He's coming. His time is coming. Bitcoin is going down. He's about to go all in.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's going to
2035,
come back.
Grandpa.
You'll see.
Getting hit pretty badly.
I hope so,
Someday
man.
soon.
I lost some good money. I lost some good money in
Down.
Bitcoin so
Oh,
far.
you're invested in Bitcoin?
I'm hoping things. I'm invested in Bitcoin since a while ago,
Yikes.
and
Do you
it's not
do
going.
you
it's
think
not
I
going very well.
should invest now?
I don't know. The market's crazy.
I mean, as someone that has Bitcoin, as it like I was like, as someone that owns it a little bit, or that owns it, like I want as many people to buy it as possible because that helps me
Yeah,
out.
man, you should. That'd be great.
Of course,
Just in the past week
Yeah,
or
man.
so,
of course
the
you should buy it.
oil prices
Tell your friends to
are
buy
going
it.
down a little bit. But it's very
I
risky.
saw that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the best investment. I probably could have done better investments, but I'm too deep into it now.
Yeah. I gotta put my $76 somewhere.
Oh, okay, don't put 70. I think I've lost like $40,
On
so it's
Bitcoin?
not that bad. On
Oh,
Bitcoin.
that's a couple McChickens. That's fine.
It's nothing. Yeah, it's not, but it's enough. It's enough.
It's enough.
Yeah. For me, it's like it's not worth the hassle if like people are saying it'll go to what 200 or some. What's the number?
20,000.
Like it dropped under 20,000 now, but
Who said?
I don't know. I read it was gonna 10x.
Oh no. Oh wait, you know what? I'm mixing my coins up. I don't own Bitcoin at all. I own Dogecoin.
Ooh,
You own
no,
Dogecoin?
oh,
The dog.
No.
Whoa.
Lots of it.
Oh
Lots
no!
of it.
Why would
Not
you
Bitcoin.
do
Bitcoin
that?
is way too much money.
Why would you do that?
Because it's a dog. It's cute.
Oh
my dog is almost as cute as you.
This is Grandpa's second
Phines.
walk away for the episode.
He said, "I gotta get out of here."
It's a
I
good
can't believe
idea.
I heard that. He said, "I'm
no,
disgusted."
I think he's going to Linda.
I'm gonna
and
invest in
saying,
Guru.
Linda, give me the checking. I need to invest in Dogecoin.
Exactly. I lost $40 to Dogecoin.
Oh my god! You fell for the Elon coin.
I sure
He's
did.
he's just an African Nick Cannon. We know that now. They're one and the same. Delusional and fruitful,
There's still a chance.
like Donald Clive.
There's still a chance. Once something bad happens again, maybe it has a
Oh my
chance.
gosh, rough.
Yeah, I have
People
just
be
a
flocking
little
to
bit of
Dogecoin.
emergency fund savings, but I'm thinking if I put it in the stock market, maybe it'll go really high within the next year.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give you a little spoiler alert. Nothing is gonna go well economically for the next 12 years.
Funny.
When what? Yeah, but when is it gonna be good? Because COVID, everything plummeted. 2008.
Let me tell you what you got going on right now. You got COVID. You got monkeypox. You got Ukraine and Russia. You got whatever the hell they're doing in Saudi Arabia right now. You got Israel and Palestine and whatever they
what's
got
going on in Saudi Arabia?
Just them in general. I know they have oil. They're acting like they don't have oil right now. I paid $50 for gas last week. None of those. Oh, and do we ever get baby formula back? We may have some baby formula now. Cheese still costs $3.
Are there a shortage on chickens?
My great value cheese still costs $3. Nothing economically is gonna go well.
Yes.
And Elon keeps fucking up at every turn. Every time I turn around, Elon is doing something else stupid.
Does he still own Twitter?
He didn't. He had to back out of that because he didn't have any money, and then he embarrassed himself all over the internet.
Oh wait,
and then he
Elon
was
Musk
trying to
did not buy Twitter.
No.
Oh.
He made a big deal out of it,
I thought he
bitching and moaning about how he was going to bring Trump back and restore freedom of speech. Like that's a universal right. It's not. It's not even what it means.
He said that?
Yeah, he did. He said he was going to bring him back. He's going to bring everybody back. And then he made a big deal about selling all of his little Tesla shares or whatever the fuck else he had. And then he realized it was still going to be really expensive and really hard. And then he changed his mind again and acted like, Twitter's making it really difficult for me to buy Twitter. And so then he changed his mind. And then he said some shit about Tesla to try to make their stock go down so that he could buy his stock back, allegedly. And then, what else? He said something else ignorant a while ago. I can't remember. Maybe it was something else about poor people. I don't remember. He said something else stupid. He said the other day that he really likes Ron DeSantis and he may vote for him if he gets the chance. He would definitely vote for him if he could. Just stupid shit like that. And then this story with these twins. He's been sleeping with his an executive at his company. This was a secret. The babies are 8 months old. This has been a secret. So I assume he's getting sued for that too. He already had some sexual harassment cases pending against him.
What were you talking about? I missed it.
I'm talking about Elon.
Yeah, Linda can't stand him. I don't know why.
So annoying.
Yeah.
So annoying.
What is it
Does
about?
Linda want to say
And then
hi?
you fell for the Dogecoin.
Where'd you get that Coke from, Grandpa?
Refrigerator.
He said, "Y'all got any more stupid ass questions for me?"
Yeah, stupid
I
questions.
feel like 7 times an episode, Grandpa just thinks like, "Fuck off."
I enjoy.
Oh my gosh, have you guys seen The Boys?
I
You watching The
love
I
Boys?
read
The
the
Boys,
boys. I
yeah.
haven't watched it.
Yeah. No spoilers.
Are you watching it? Are you caught up?
I think so. I either have seen the second to last episode or I am caught up. It's the Star Wars thing is what you're talking about, right? The Star Wars type twist. Are you caught up?
Yeah.
Like
He
Luke,
said, I don't have
I
shell
am.
shock. Fuck you.
Yeah, I love that show.
So
That's a
good.
great show.
So good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
yeah. So do we want to do these ideas for next week, like segments or something? Or
Yeah, let's
up to you
pick
guys.
3. Let's pick 6, and then we'll do 3 next week, and then 3 the next week.
Okay, here's what we got. Grandpa,
Will Smith.
yes, Will Smith is our segment. We could do a Will Smith podcast. I feel like that would get very successful.
I'm gonna switch to our Twitter, and I'm gonna DM Lil Nas right now.
I feel like I could
Will
get at least one of
Nas.
these people, one of these famous people on this list. Who could I get? I could get not Bill Hader. I feel like Nicolas Cage would do something like this. And Steve from Blue's
Nicolas Cage would do
Clues.
this.
Are your DMs open? His DMs are open. Hey, bro, would you be... Hey, bro. I'm gonna say, hey, bro. Would you be willing
Who? Wait.
to come on our podcast?
Grandpa and Chill. Here's the link.
Pause on that.
Do you know who Lil Nas X
Who,
is,
what?
Grandpa?
Tell him we
what
won't
was-
charge
We
him.
have yeah, you're right. We have
Lil Nas X. It's a rapper.
81-year-old
I
grandpa.
know who Will Smith is, but I don't know the
And
name.
You know who
a
regular Nas?
very aggressive small bird that
Grandpa,
would
do you know who Nas
love
is?
to meet you.
Neither Little Nas or Nas. Okay.
We have an 81-year-old grandpa and a very aggressive small bird that would love to meet you. This opportunity is
You're 82 now,
free
Grandpa, right?
for a limited time.
Grandpa's like a Gemini, right? When's your birthday, Grandpa?
What are
April.
you doing, Grandpa?
16th.
April
Wait,
what?
do it again. Yeah, what are you doing?
Trying to imitate everybody.
I thought it was like I know that's the face I got, like a Gemini. What? What's the
April
date of your
16th.
birthday, Grandpa? When's your April 16th? I don't know what that. I'm pretty sure it's
Oh my god,
Okay.
that's so embarrassing.
All right, so we got Kvetch hosted by Grandpa, The News hosted by Grandpa
Mhm.
and Sierra, The Grandpa Music Hour hosted
Okay.
by Sierra, Cooking with Brandon hosted by Sierra,
What?
Mary
and Brandon.
Mary Fuck Kill hosted by Phines, Funny Philosophy
Okay.
hosted by Phines, The
Mm.
Generational Divide hosted by me. Oh, there's also another one I want to do. It's,
Alright.
Interrogating Grandpa.
Hey, bro, would you be willing to come on our podcast? Possibly an 81-year-old grandpa with a very aggressive small bird that would love to meet you anytime.
Yeah, I just want to, get some stories and stuff from Grandpa
Interrogate
on
Grandpa?
record. So what 3 of
Grandpa,
those
you're
sound
are
good?
you?
Am I what?
I was asking Grandpa. Grandpa, are you interested in being
Interested in what? I'm sorry, your volume fell off.
Interrogated. Are you interested
Being
in being
interrogated?
interrogated?
I thought that's what's been going on all along.
Questioned. Yes. I know, right? But Brandon wants to specialize on the one episode where he just focuses on it.
Up to a point.
Not for the whole episode, but
Up
for
to-
a whole
What
segment.
kind of questions are you going to ask me?
10 minutes, 20 minutes? Well, just, to get your life on record. I mean, it's,
Well, you better have an answer for that kill your son or watch him kill question. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that right now.
Yeah, we could do that
You
too.
better know.
Just make it grandson instead of son.
Let's get
Yeah.
specific.
Do any of those sound appealing?
I want to do this generational divide.
You got a brother, don't you, Brandon?
I have a younger brother and then an older half brother who I haven't talked to in like maybe 10 years, 15 years.
Sounds like a perfect whatever game it is.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna say fuck, marry, kill?
Maybe not for your grandkids, but
Brandon, did you?
maybe he
are
can
you
judge
aware
off
that
of
your
what
dad
you
is
guys
going to
choose.
totally retire in about 2 months or less?
Yes, I know. Yeah. Would you do F, marry, kill with your family? I'm kidding. Yeah. Would you do Sophie's Choice as a segment, Grandpa?
I don't know what
your
Sophie's Choice is.
So Sophie's
Yeah, I don't
Choice
know
is a
Sophie's
movie
Choice
with
is.
Meryl Streep. It's
So
very
when
good.
you ask
I
me if
highly
I'm,
recommend.
if
I
I'd
think
like
it
to
won
do
her
it,
first.
I mean, I don't know
her
what,
second
I haven't
Oscar.
seen it, so maybe I have. I don't know.
So the movie, and this is not a spoiler, it's the premise, is she is fleeing the Nazis and she has 2 kids, and the Nazi runs up to her and says, "Give me one of your kids or I kill them both." And so she has
That's
to
what
pick.
you were asking me
Sophie's
before,
choice is
which one I would
kid.
choose.
Oh, is this a
You
short
never
film?
answered.
Somebody else.
No, it's
Is
a
it a
feature.
comedy?
How is that
Is it
a
a
feature?
comedy?
That seems very like a very brief exchange. What happens to the?
Oh yeah.
What happens the rest of the movie?
I guess
Oh,
it's like another hour and a half of her like crying and stuff.
I feel like if I was a kid that survived, I was like always worried about like, are you gonna give me up for a lollipop next? I know that's extreme, but still, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I always thought it would be a good twist if like he asks, like the Nazi asks Meryl Streep, like to the 2 of them, like, which one do you want me to kill? And she's like, my daughter. And then or no, which one do you want me to not kill? And she's like, the daughter. And then she kills the daughter, and the son's just standing there like, are you kidding me? Like, you were gonna kill me?
That's not funny.
Yeah.
That's like a Rick and Morty bit, isn't it?
Is it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
She was immediately, they're like, oh, you got to choose, Beth, you know, your son or your daughter. And she was immediately like, just kill Morty. Just do it.
And then they kill the other, and then they kill the daughter. That's totally from Sophie's
They're looking
Choice.
right. They're both like looking right at her. And she's just like, save Summer. Save her, please.
Oh
my
man. Yeah. What
life.
3 segments do we want to do next week?
I want to do this generational divide.
Comparison games are kind of, yeah, sure.
Comparison game
Okay.
is fine. I like it.
Generational divide. We got one, so I'll think of a
It
topic.
sounds fun.
Then we got one from Phines,
Right.
Sierra, or Grandpa's section.
I can find you guys a good Reddit story. I'll find
Let's
you
do
something.
some type of.
Yeah. What if we do like dueling news stories? So Sierra gives Grandpa like a Reddit story, and Grandpa gives Sierra like I don't know, like a newspaper story.
Do it.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess. I mean, you know what? Since me and Brandon are less like into the news,
Oh, I love
we
the
should vote
news.
on which one's interesting. They pitched the idea to us. Which one's more interesting?
Okay.
And then we go.
We got to pitch it to
This
you.
one's more
We got to
interesting.
pitch you the story.
So, yeah. People that don't get. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds fun.
Okay.
I
Only if Grandpa's involved. Grandpa, you got to try.
I don't know how well voting on the news would go these days.
Why not?
Yeah, like
Yeah. Right.
yeah. All right, let's do it. Fuck it. But Grandpa, that means you have to do a little homework.
You said news for me, right?
Oof.
You said news for me.
Yeah.
You gotta
Bring us
find
a good news
You
story.
gotta find a good news
Yeah.
story.
We gotta watch
Okay.
the news. And try to pitch it to me and Brandon because we don't care about the news. Or Brandon cares about the news. I don't.
No, I don't care about.
Well,
the
I don't know
news.
if you
That's
guys
the-
have been
I-
following
yeah.
the
I mean,
Oh,
I care, but I'm
the
not.
congressional investigations at all, but I have been.
Oh, every day.
Boring. No.
That shit's funny as
I
hell.
find them pretty important, but I don't know if anything is going to actually come out of anything.
I know, isn't that embarrassing? The way that you
Right.
don't know.
You know, they're going to, the Congress is going to refer it to the Attorney General, but whether anything will actually happen, we don't. It
Which is
seems
just
like
crazy.
an ongoing story for the last
See this
2.5
news
years
synergy,
now.
Finest, between Grandpa and Sierra?
I already kind of dozed off a little bit. I kind of just
That's not
distanced
good.
myself. I know something's important.
Yeah, but now you don't have a thing, Finest.
What you mean?
Well, we picked 2 segments. One is Grandpa and Sierra, one is mine. So now you got to pick a segment you want to do next week.
Mm-hmm. I am the thing. I bring a little bit of my personality to all those things. I don't need to have a
You
thing.
don't need a thing.
All right.
I
But
don't
we need a
thing.
third segment.
Yes. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
What
Break my brain real
about
quick,
you
and I don't
bring
know.
something philosophical in and make like a funny little monologue out of it, and then we'll all talk about the philosophical thing. We do that on the show anyway.
Yeah, we just did that.
Okay.
We talked about sentience for like 20 minutes.
I'll do it.
There we go. And
Oh my.
we'll
All right.
end at 8. You like ending at 8, right?
Okay. You know what? You've already sold me. If we can move it to 8 o'clock because we end, I will definitely do a
Well,
second.
hey,
Damn,
we're already
I
moved to 8
I should have
o'clock.
made
I
that my
said
good story.
It's already
Yeah.
no. I've already sold on it. I will make you a segment next week. I will have it for you.
Well, not for me. Yeah,
Philosophical.
we
Got
all
it.
got to bring something.
This is
gotta
for our
think of-
viewers as well.
I'll think of a topic.
write
Yeah,
that
and
down.
any viewers, if you want to email grandpaandchill@gmail.com with any
Yes.
segment ideas or any topics you want for next week's segment, don't flood the inbox too much, but you would be the first one to
Send us a
No.
funny story, a social dilemma in your life.
Do you want to be the
A
very
stupid
first
question
person
you want
to
answered?
email your
That's gonna be
input?
fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
thousands
do
of
it.
That'd be
downloads,
great.
and none of you guys have emailed. So
No pressure. Just come as you are, whenever you want.
And we'll get True Noon on the show next week.
I DM Lil Nas, so we're gonna see. If he
Good.
doesn't respond this week, I'm gonna DM him on Instagram. But
We'll have a.
You told him we're not
conversation
gonna charge him,
between-
right?
I told him it was free for a limited time,
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
and I told him the
You know
bird
what?
wanted
I
to
got
feel
it.
like
That was great.
we could get Guy Fieri on the show
I feel like that.
because
we know
we got his close friend and producer on the show for 2 hours, and he loved us. So
His favorite person.
Sierra,
yeah, that'd be
you
great.
seem to have
Okay.
overcome all of the little kinks that we had with the podcasts. Yeah, I mean,
Today.
it seems like you're really doing well. Even the last few times, we really haven't had any problems.
Don't jinx me.
Yeah,
Don't jinx me. Don't jinx me. Today.
No,
it
our
worked.
our stuff, knock on wood, has been great for consistently for a long time. It's when we get a guest on, Grandpa, is always the nightmare.
Riverside's never prepared.
And not that I don't. You know what? This is growing on me too. Not that I don't love guests. I'm actually. You know what? I don't mind hanging out with you guys.
I know.
You know,
Good vibes.
not so bad.
It's a
not
good
so
thing
bad.
to learn 2 years in.
We
You
love
know
it.
what? You're right. Because I could have been like, "This is awful. I just met you. Now that I'm sitting here with you guys for 2 hours. Nah. Mm-mm.
No.
If
Man,
anything,
remember when we used
No.
to do like 5 to 7 guests an episode and just like file them in and like
Just chaotic. On Zoom and Clean Feed on 2 different things.
oh
What's wrong
shit,
with
yeah,
this?
dude,
What
that
wrong
is
with this?
incredible that you did that, Sierra. My God,
That was demonic.
one thing that we've never discussed, I don't know whether it
hard-
would fit
That
in
was
with our
demonic.
programming or not, would be like mentioning kind of charitable organizations. and what they do for people?
That's a great idea. That's a great
You
idea.
should do that,
Well,
Grandpa.
I don't have that many ideas, but you guys may.
We'll bring one.
I
We'll bring
know,
one every
You
week.
said something about Obama,
What's
didn't
the
you?
hospital that Danny Thomas started for children?
I don't know.
Let me see here.
St. Jude.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that does a lot of good.
A charitable organization. I'm gonna do. That's a beautiful idea. What's a wonderful idea? Well, gang, it's been fun.
But firstly, donate to us.
Donate to us, and then we'll donate to them. Promise.
Let's just have some lobbyists and stuff on that are people that are good at ask for money on, and then learn from them.
All right, so we need.
Oh my God, I would love to have a lobbyist on. I would seriously. I've never talked to a lobbyist. I've never seen them on anything. You just hear the word
You don't got no
over and
money,
over.
Brandon.
Yeah. the only people I know are like AT&T. Or like we're
the
trying
guy?
to renew your car insurance.
Who's that guy who sucks? Ajit Pai. Put him on the list.
No idea.
The guy that
We could do
ruined,
prank calls. Grandpa, what if you did prank calls?
Well, I get scam calls every day.
That would be
I don't
so
know
fun.
about prank calls.
I know. What if you do
Let's
it?
turn it back on them.
You know what's
Yeah.
such bullshit?
Let's do some prank calls. Ooh, Grandpa, let's act like you are like a person that is susceptible to be taken advantage of, and you won't be.
Well, one time I had a person call, and they were trying to get
Because you sound
money
like
out of
one.
me, and I told them I have to take a shower, and they said, "Well, I'll hold on." And I ran all the way down to buy one of these cards to send to them. And fortunately, the person at the drugstore begged me not to buy the card and send it. I probably would have. I almost got scammed. No, I'm serious.
Wait, you're kidding me.
I fell, and
You're
I
kidding me.
rarely
You
fall
fell for it?
Scams, but I really fell for this one. It was like unbelievable.
I was just reading about this on the news today, and I was like, man, who would ever
And
run
really, that's
to a
the person
drugstore and
hung
get a
on the
gift
phone
card?
the whole time. And while I was taking a shower and everything. Listen, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. I've enjoyed being on
Wait,
with you.
that is an
It's always wonderful to
Okay.
see on
Right.
the screen. Sierra, Phines, Brandon, good night.
Gang.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you,
Brandon.
Grandpa. Have a great
yes.
night.
Good idea, Grandpa. If one of us could learn how to impersonate you really well,
Absolutely.
could we prank call
my
as you?
total permission.
What if me or
Yes.
Brandon get really good at?
Absolutely.
What if I get really good at it?
Yeah.
Sierra? I'm so
Yeah,
sorry, Sierra.
please.
Podcasting with Grandpa Bart and Rosie, always on his shoulder. This is Grandpa and Chill.
Grandpa and Chill is brought to you by your hosts, Brandon Fox, Bart Frank, and Phines Jackson. Our producer is Sierra Doss. To watch and listen to full episodes of the show and follow us on social media, visit grandpaandchill.com. That's grandpaandchill.com.